Okay, so now we're going to talk about ingredient combinations. Food pairings, sweet and spicy. Of course, we're not using salt, so you've got to kind of liven your food. So sweet and spicy, sweet and tart. I mean, everybody likes sweet, lemon and sweet and lemony and tart. And then fresh herbs, spices, onions, and garlic, different combinations of that. And we have so many fresh herbs growing out in the garden. I mean, sometimes I take everything and chop it up and throw it in a soup or something, because I'm inspired by knowing the medicinal benefits of all of this. Okay, so again, ingredient combinations. So what you want to do is texture variations. So the smooth and creamy, we all like, we are wired to like rich, creamy stuff. We're wired for that. So you gotta give it to yourself. That's why one of these low-fat diets are so hard on people a lot of times, because they don't get the fat feel in their mouth. So pureed, soaked nuts and seeds. You don't have to soak them, but it will make it creamier if you do soak them, especially cashews. Crunchy. Okay, everybody likes crunchy. Doesn't everybody in here like crunchy? So then you can do celery. Soaked and dehydrated nuts get very crunchy. They actually have that fried sensation. And when you bite down on a soaked, dehydrated pecan or walnut, very, very crunchy, very delicious. And then Jerusalem artichokes are crunchy, raw Jerusalem artichokes, and water chestnuts. And then the chewy, like eating meat, something chewy. Dried fruits. Any of the dried fruits, the shiitake mushrooms, the things where you can get certain things will dehydrate. You can dehydrate them so they'll be flexible and chewy. So a lot of dehydrated things where you don't dehydrate when you dehydrate, you can make things crunchy like kale chips and things like that, but you can also dehydrate it to the point where it's chewy. And so we just have so many things to choose from. It's just, the colors, look at that. And I think I've read that people eat most people eat like 12 different things. That's it. You think about the synergistic effect, they're not reaping the benefits of that. So we're going to go over umami again, because this is really important for you feeling satisfied. These dried beans, the mushrooms, the shiitake, which also have the chewiness, tomatoes, cabbage, spinach, green tea, nut cheese, hummus, celery, combo, that's the one combo I was thinking of, but there are other ones. Fermented foods, nutritional yeast, and Bragg liquid aminos. Just to picture, these are some elegant nut creamed soups. Those are 5-star. Fancy soups, nut creamed. You go to a fine restaurant and order a cream of mushroom soup or, cream of wild mushroom soup or whatever. Well, you just make it with, and I prefer, to make my cream soups, I've done it with the almonds, but cashews still are the creamiest, and so by adding some hemp to it, that kind of bumps up the omega-3 in it. And also pumpkin seeds work real well for creaming. Soaking pumpkin seeds, and they're full of zinc. They're really great too. So you want to sauce things up. Remember I told you the sauces are key for this? And they're so easy to make. You can puree sauces. You can just steam saute them with herbs so that it's juicy, very juicy, and put that on top of your food with mushrooms, peppers, and then the nuts and seeds, of course, for pureeing. Beans and legumes. Beans make taking those, I've done the navy beans. You can make, make gravy out of it. And it's not real rich, like if you're just doing it with cashews or something. And you can cut your sauces using part beans, like some kind of navy, Great Northern, cannellini. So you could do part that, and then a little bit of the cashew or the pumpkin seed to give it that richness. But it's not going to be as full. It's not going to be as full of fat as the other way. And then herbs and spices, of course, in the sauces, and onions and garlic and dates, like a mushroom sauce I do with with garlic in it, especially the roasted garlic, and lots of thyme and different herbs in there, whatever, rosemary, lots of parsley. And the French in Normandy have a traditional way of, they use a bean called the flageolet bean, and you can oftentimes get it at Whole Foods and specialty stores. And it's kind of like a cannellini bean or a navy bean, but it is somewhat different. And the way they do it is they do that with lots of thyme in it. So you have these wonderful white bean, and I like to do it the way I do it at the end, where you put you put the chopped thyme in there in the end and stir it around. Oh, that's wonderful.